that's draining the fluid out of the abdomen, right? If somebody has a situs. You know, there's a potential for splatter during that exam. So you may want to wear some eye protection, wear the mask that comes with the eye protection attached to it. Okay? Also, wear your head gear. This is for the ladies right here, the little head wrap, or people with a lot of hair, or the guys may wear this. Notice that these are like paper, guys, so it won't necessarily, you know, protect it, you know, that well. That's why a lot of people have their own custom like head wraps. I don't know if you ever see them, or surgical caps, right? Because these are just paper. I wear these all the time, like almost every day. When I don't have a haircut, I put on a surgical hat. Bad thing about it, by the end of the day, I probably sweated it out, so you can see my sweat on the outside. So, you know, they're not 100% effective against all splatter, right? Okay, and also shoe covers. You know, you may have to go in an area where you may have to put on shoe covers. Like if it's a contact patient, you may have to put on shoe covers before you go and see that patient. Okay. Put that out of order? No, I did. Okay. So that's gloving, guys, and other forms of PPE. This is just standard precautions right here, guys. Standard precautions. Now we're going to talk about transmission or isolation-based precautions right now. Okay. I'm on page 338 right now, guys. Transmission and isolation-based precautions are measures used for controlling the spread of infection based on known transmission mechanisms for each disease. Okay? There are 3 types of transmission-based precautions: airborne, droplet, and contact. Okay? With airborne precautions are for preventing the spread of pathogens through the air. Okay? Examples of airborne precautions would be TB, smallpox, SARS, varicella, and rubella. Airborne precautions meaning we're going to probably wear a respirator mask, an N95 mask. These patients that are under airborne precautions, they're probably in one of those zero-negative rooms, because you don't want to just think about when you go in the room, you open the door, boom, we're letting all of the bacteria and infection out of there, right? So they're in a negative pressure room where, you know, when you open the door, the air gets sucked back into the room. So it's not just going out. That doesn't mean you can just go in there and prop the door open and just have the door open the whole time, right? But you want to probably get in those rooms as fast as you can and try to get out as fast as you can. But still, giving the highest quality to the patient. Okay? Our second type of isolation or transmission-based precautions is droplet precautions, and that's for blocking the spread of pathogens transmitted through respiratory secretions larger than 5 micrometers. All right. These are transmitted via the mucous membranes when a person coughs, sneezes, spits. You know, that's how you transfer, or transfer droplet. Or you want to protect yourself with droplet precautions. Same thing. You may have to wear a mask in there. Or depending on, like I said, when you go to the room, they're gonna have signs on the wall to let you know what you should do, how you should be dressed. Okay. Our last form of transmission-based precaution would be contact. That prevents the spread of pathogens by direct or indirect contact. Guys, that's when you're gonna have to go in the room, put on the gown, gloves. You're gonna have to put on the whole 9 when they're contact. You may have to put on shoe covers based on the disease process that you're trying to avoid. Okay. A special type of contact precaution would be enteric precautions, and that's specifically concerning infectious waste, such as C. diff, right, or E. coli. All right. So just know our 3 types of transmission-based precautions, guys: airborne, droplet, and contact. I say it's safe to say, know what's on this slide right here. So guys, it's all of our duties to know the specific contact isolations and what PPE should be worn. Okay. When you travel to a portable sonogram, stop and read the patient's isolation signs. Again, these patients are going to be in a room separated by themselves. All right. So, most of the time you see this on the wall. Check with staff before entering this room. You should have done this anyway, right? Because you're supposed to verify the order when you go up to do a portable, right? Talk to the nurse. Hey, I'm going to do your patient in such and such in room 15. Is it okay to go in there and do it? They're going to give you the rundown on that patient at that moment. Okay? So these are all the signs you'll see on the doors right here. So contact precaution, these 2 right here, and you can see how they have, what you should be doing, how you should be dressed right here. Drop droplet precautions and airborne precautions. Sorry guys, I enlarged it so much that I kind of took away the quality from the images itself. But you can easily just Google transmission-based precautions or isolation-based precautions, and these signs will come up for you. Okay. But again, these signs are going to tell you exactly what you should be doing, or what you should be putting on, what kind of PPE you should be wearing. Okay. So I added this slide right here, guys, to show you the ante room. Remember I was talking about the ante room the other day, the kind of room that you have where the PPE is held, and this is where you kind of get dressed in. Okay. So say I enter the department right here. This is room 15. I come in. This is the hallway right here, guys. So you see, I do have access to the room via the main hallway, right? So I'm probably just gonna when I'm in this room, depending on what kind of precaution, if it's contact, you know, because a lot of times our machine doesn't fit in the ante room. The ante room is a little small room, about the size of a closet most of the time. Has a sink in there and has, you know, like closet or whatever for, you know, the PPE, your personal protective equipment. So it might have gown, gloves, masks, gonna have everything in there for you. Okay. A lot of time our machine, when you go on portables, it won't fit in there. So we'll just kind of clean up our machine before we go in, and then kind of push it in there, you know, through the main door or the patient door. Okay. Then we're gonna come around here, enter through the ante room, get all washed up at the sink, get washed up, boom, boom, boom. Our sign, one of these signs right here, be on the door, right, before we enter. One of those signs will be on the door. And so you'll know what you should do. If it's contact, I'm gonna get dressed, you know, maybe put on my hat, shoe covers, mask. Whenever I'm on portables, guys, I always wear a mask on every single person, me personally. I always wear a mask. So I'm gonna do all of that, and then I'm gonna enter the room, okay? I'm gonna perform my exam and do everything I need to do, and then I'm gonna push my machine back out through the main hallway, go back to the ante room, get undressed in the ante room, because it should be trash can, or sometimes I even do it in the patient room, depending. You know, I don't want to take out my mask and the patient has TB while I'm still in there, right? So a lot of times I just get undressed in the ante room, have a big trash can, throw your stuff in the linen or whatever you need to do, wash your hands, come out, clean your machine up, wash your hands again before you leave and go to another patient. Right? I just wanted to show you guys the little ante room. And you know, and how it looks, and how you should work with it while you're in there. Because you don't ever just want to just go in this room and just start working. You know, you always want to go in and get dressed up in the ante room and enter through the little isolation door right there. Okay. So breaking the cycle of infection, medical asepsis in the sonography department. Guys, medical asepsis does not mean the total elimination of all microorganisms from the workplace. Rather, it refers to rendering an object or area free of pathogenic microorganisms. Okay? Medical asepsis help prevent the spread of infection through effective hand washing techniques. I'm reading straight out the book here right now, guys. The use of soap and water and friction, the use of various chemical disinfectants to control the proliferation of microorganisms, proper dress in the workplace, the cleaning of medical and ultrasound equipment, and the use of probe covers are all discussed during this section. So, first thing we're going to talk about, guys, concerning medical asepsis would be personal hygiene, guys. You know, this is also part of the school handbook. Would be the first thing, keeping your fingernails short and cover cracked or broken nails. Remember, you can't wear like fingernails here. You can't wear nail polish and stuff like that, because you know, microorganisms can get under this little chip paint sometimes, get under your fingernails. So definitely take care of your fingernails, guys, because again, that's the easiest way to take something home. All right? Wear minimal jewelry, avoid dangling jewelry, especially like, I don't know, you don't, I think about sometimes people wear like long earrings, and depending on how your patient, you don't know, they may be ultra-mental style, they can reach up, grab your earrings. I'm telling you a situation I heard of before. I never witnessed this, but I know that that's happened before. So be careful. Your little bangles on your wrist or something like that, a little loose jewelry. You going on the patient, you're scanning. We're in close contact with the patient, right? That's going to be on the patient too. Mm-hmm. So you're probably not going to wash that after you wash your hands. So you still carrying around bacteria and possible infection. Okay. Keep your hair short and wear it up. Goes without saying. Wear your scrubs daily with wash your scrubs daily with hot water and detergent. Wear them only at work. Okay, you know, we know that don't happen because how many times you're out, you see people in the scrubs, right? But I know some people like Miss Shepherd. Miss Shepherd, when she was working, she would undress at the door. Like she had a little mud room. She would get undressed in there so she didn't have to take her shoes and her clothes into the house, or she took them straight to the washer and dryer. Okay, that's a good practice. I actually, like that practice. Some of us